You've arrived at SideShow Lounge, a warm, moist place of fun and comfort. I'm Brian Hansen, along with Pontius Pilate and Sam Wolf. Tonight's guest is local artist and texture historian Clay Pintura. Happiness is having a warm, loving, caring, close-knit family in another city.
No, Sam, I'm not going to drink it.
But it's a health shake. You're into living clean, ain't ya?
Hell shake my vegan ass. What did you say it was called?
A corn-tato creamy.
And what's in that?
Corn, potatoes, spicy apple mayonnaise, and brown sugar cinnamon with just a hint of lard.
Ew.
Guys?
Sounds disgusting. And what the hell are potatoes?
An experimental tuber my cousin Warren grows on his farm.
First of all, Warren is more than a bit cracked. And secondly...
Guys.
Just open your mouth and pour it on down. A votre santé.
Get away from me!
Guys!
Great. I spilled the creamy. Thanks a lot, Brian.
Sam, if you messed up my studio...
Well, luckily most of it got on me. So the studio is more or less okay.
Will you two please focus? We have a show to do.
But there's creamy on some of the equipment, and Ponch looks like a barf target.
Thank you so much for that.
Okay, since it appears we're not going to get anything done until this creamy problem is solved, I'll sort it out so that we can proceed.
You can't come in here. No adults allowed in the clubhouse.
Have you been drinking your cousin's health shakes?
Not to worry, my troubled friend. I have no intention of entering your inner sanctum.
Good, because I like girls.
As it so happens, though, I have a device that is going to cut my workload considerably while increasing work productivity tenfold.
Why does that scare me more than a little?
Gentlemen, when we return, I promise to show you something that will bring you to your knees in awe.
I think he's coming on to us.
Yep.
We'll be right back. Waiting until summer to get all the wonderful treats of the county fair, it's just bullshit. Funnel pie, corn poles, basted condor drumsticks, and the rest are the only reasons we put up with the crowds, noise, and all-around unpleasantness of a hot animal stink get-together. But now, you can find the goodness of the County Hell Parade in a convenient, air-conditioned restaurant just brimming with down-home charm and enough cholesterol to clog the exhaust port of Mechagodzilla. Fairly good food makes hungry go away with sugary loads of butter and pork. You'll find all of your carnival, circus, fair favorites, breaded, chocolate-dipped, and dusted with pounds of icing glaze. Don't see what you want on the menu? Well, then bring your own munchies and we'll batter coat 'em, deep fry 'em, and serve 'em to you in a cardboard cone. That's fairly good food at the corner of Cherry and Galena in our fine city. Don't blame us, you big load.
Steve Cheddar here for Motel Steve. You know, when you're tired from a long trip, you don't want to have to deal with some snobby desk clerk who's going to tell you that they're all booked up or that you can't check in without a shirt. At every Motel Steve, you'll find a bed, a TV, and a thermos of coffee. If that ain't opulence, I don't know what is. And since every Motel Steve takes several forms of currency, you can use cash, debit cards, traveler's checks, skee ball tokens, or taco coupons. Makes finding a rack for the night easier than pie. And every morning, you'll enjoy Motel Steve's free breakfast of a half bagel and cranch dressing. Sounds great. Off any highway, and in 19 locations throughout the bi-state area, Motel Steve will leave the door unlocked.
Welcome back to SideShow Lounge.
When we left our intrepid heroes, the villainous Brian had cornered them and threatened to expose his evil wiener.
Are you finished? Moving forward, Sam and Ponch, I'll bet you've been wondering what's underneath this sheet.
No, can't say that I have.
What sheet?
This sheet right here. It's been in my producer's booth for weeks.
I figured it was none of my business.
Where should I be looking?
Oh, never mind. I'll press on. Sam and Ponch, I would like to introduce you to KRFYN's latest technological marvel. A piece of machinery that will revolutionize how things get done around here. Gentlemen, I give you... NPR 1970.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Hey, a robot!
Oh, Sam. NPR 1970 is more than just a mere robot. Although, I'm glad you figured it out on the first guess. No, our metal man here is nano-programmable robot model 1970, the most advanced of its kind.
Why the hell do we need...
Oh, Dr. Handsome, I was just... Oh, holy Spain! They're here! The robot zombie apocalypse has begun!
No, Igor, calm down. This is just NPR 1970. I built it.
Yeah, Igor, it's not alive.
That's a textbook zombie, Posh.
What Ponch means is it's just a machine, like a toaster. You enjoy toast, right?
Well, yes, I do, with butter to jam.
That's what I'm saying.
Gross. So, NPR 1970 will do the work we find too hazardous or disgusting. For example, I've programmed it to clean and manage the building's nuclear pile.
The building's what?
Uh-oh, I think I'm glowing, Ponch.
Oh, stop worrying. It's shielded by walls of pure bryanium, 19 feet thick. Nothing can get through that. But periodically it does need to be maintained, and I found it somewhat morally wrong to keep sending interns to their early deaths in there.
You didn't.
I wonder what happened to Scotty.
So as I said, NPR here will now be able to handle that treacherous duty, along with anything unsavory that has to be done. And I'll begin with just that. NPR 1970, voice interface. Recognize Brian Hansen.
Voice print accepted. Awaiting instructions, master.
Enter the broadcast booth and clean up any and all spills.
Understood, master. Spills located on control console, as well as the clothing of one person.
Begin cleanup.
Compliance, master.
Whoa! It's getting everything!
Oh, you betcha. NPR 1970 is equipped with any tool that it may need to perform a task. Then the nanobots inside it can fashion anything necessary almost instantaneously. That way the robot can adapt to all its situations.
Control console clean.
Well done. Now, please clean the spill from Ponch's clothing.
Proceeding, master.
Oh, this is amazing. Everywhere it cleans, it's like the clothes were never soiled.
That's a good word.
Clothing cleaned. Awaiting instructions, master.
So what do you guys think? Should we keep it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Ponch
yeah.
likes it. He's naked.
Okay, Brian, you've sold me on the robot, but we're still going to talk about the nuclear pile and such.
Hey, what's this switch?
That? That's nothing. Just a little thing for repair and computer electronic with the wires and the...
Sam, let me see that switch. Oh, are you serious, Brian?
Ponch, don't.
It toggles between self-determination and not.
I never noticed.
What does that mean?
It means that Brian built NPR 1970 with the ability to control its own destiny, to have a will, a soul, if you will, and all at the flip of a switch.
All right, so it seemed like a good idea at the time. When I was testing the robot, I was having it read to me before I fell asleep, but I couldn't drop off to that monotone voice. No matter how I tried, I couldn't get it to do anything but drone. Then I figured out a heart and soul would produce, well, the desired effect.
And just how did you acquire and install said heart and soul?
Really? You think you're mad at me about the nuclear stuff and the interns?
And after that, you left the switch in the not position?
Yeah, I changed to warm milk.
You are reprehensible. And I am going to flip this switch.
I wouldn't. Not if I was you.
Well, thank Zeus you're not me.
I'm warning you.
NPR 1970, prepare to live.
Yeah. Not a necessary first step or anything.
He's Vince Pesto, the all-purpose shang-a-lang. He's a fine-ass gigolo with a doctorate in ornithology. Harp lessons are his bread and butter, along with creating beautiful oil paintings in the bedroom he calls his Observatory. Vince Pesto knows how to please a woman, restore a Chimba XJ5, spatchcock a chicken, and play Halmonsky's Concerto No. 19 in G-flat on the clarisac. He's a shang-a-lang who can ting-tang your walla walla bing bang. And he'll do it for you at a low, low price. Call Vince Pesto and get the lowdown on the who-down. He's a man who can do it all. Except gardening, he's crap at that. Vince Pesto.
This coming Wednesday marks the return of an old friend. The Schmeckel-Bop Comet makes its once every 1900 years visit and will create a spectacular show in the skies over the bi-state area. The Mount Menow Observatory offers the following tips for safe viewing of the comet. Wear comfortable, form-fitting clothing, such as a bustier or manotard. Avoid looking directly at the comet. Instead, use a coffee can with a small hole drilled in one side. And, in the event that the Schmeckel-Bop Comet brings with it another round of blood plague, be sure to bend over and kiss your ass goodbye. But most of all, have fun watching the skies and saying hello to something that will never be seen again in your lifetime. That is, unless you're an immortal monster of some kind. Call us here for more information.
NPR 1970, can you hear me?
Indeed, I can. Please identify yourself.
I'm Pontius Pilate. Call me Ponch.
Yes, I will call you Mother.
What?
I warned you.
No. NPR 1970. I am Ponch.
You have activated me. I am awakened from my slumber, born into the world. You are Mother.
Brian, did this happen to you?
Nope. During the test, the heart and soul were still adjusting, and it just kept calling me bologna sandwich.
So now he thinks I'm his mother.
Hey, congratulations, buddy.
You know what? If NPR thinks I am his mommy, I can live with it. It's a small price to pay for allowing it to determine its own destiny.
I do not agree with my designation, Mother. I wish to have a new name.
All right, well, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, what would you like your name to be? Choose any name you like.
But what is a name?
Well, it's a word that defines and identifies you. Search your records for a word you think suits you.
Leadfist is pretty good, but it's 3 words.
2.
I have completed my search. My new life makes me happy. I have therefore chosen a word that throughout history has come to symbolize happiness for so many.
And that name is?
Vagina.
Boy, do you suck. You can't make your bosses happy, your clothes are always messy, and your significant other is having trouble remembering your name. As a matter of fact, I don't think that much of you either. If it weren't for the money, I wouldn't even finish this commercial. But maybe all of that can change if you buy a box, can, bag, jar, syringe pack, or tube of Instant Awesome. Just sprinkle it on your cereal and whammo, you're eating high on the hog. And although hog-flavored cereal would be absolutely gross, you know what I mean anyway. Slather some Instant Awesome in that rat's nest you call hair, and your head will make people take notice. And the good way, not like they have been, with the police and whatnot. Coffee, laundry, dreams, crankcases. Instant Awesome makes anything it touches that much more awesomer. Heck, imagine how super fantastico Jesus and Merlin would have been if Instant Awesome existed in the olden times. Instant Awesome. Available at Big Tool Hardware, Sticky Drug and Discount, Shop and Spend, and wherever awesome things are sold. That's Instant Awesome from Toxicam. Get it today and be awesome tomorrow. Probably poisonous.
Are you feeling cold and abandoned as though you've been violated by a traffic cone? Do you know the pain of someone whose hymen was busted by a forklift? Well, I'm RC Lightcap, and my law offices will take your case whether you're right or wrong. I'll yank that traffic cone from your injured person and help you feel much better with a large sum of money. We'll make them pay and win you a huge settlement. But if we don't for some reason, you can pick anyone from our office and poke them in whatever hole you want. At the law offices of RC Lightcap, you can tell us a story that's clearly a load of bullcrap, and we'll say, sure, we'll take that case. Come in today and let's get the paperwork started. I'm RC Lightcap.
Don't let them traffic cone you.
I more than understand your desire for that name, but in polite society, being named after a sex organ can be problematic. Trust me on this.
I see. Then, Mother, I ask you to give me a name.
Well, I'm honored. And I suppose that it's standard for a parent to name their own child. If I had a boy of my own, it would bring me great joy to name him. I want to thank you.
And I want to thank you, Mother, for my name.
What do you mean? I haven't named you yet.
Yes, you have. I have listened to you and have extracted the pertinent words to form the perfect name for myself.
And that is?
Standard Joy Boy.
Excellent.
And we're done. I'm Brian Hansen.
I'm Sam Wolf.
I'm Pontius Pilate.
And I am Standard Joy Boy, formerly Vagina, formerly NPR 1970.
Good night.
Sideshow Lounge is produced by Hello Cowboy Productions. All rights reserved. Join us next week when we interview Val Kilmer.
Hello, cowboy!
No adults allowed in the clubhouse.